Well, I was at home, and it came as such a welcome surprise, really, that I was so grateful we had troops still in Syria who were able to use the intelligence and make this happen. I'm very, very grateful. I'm hopeful that his demise will be a huge blow to the regrouping of ISIS. However, we need to continue to be very vigilant because they certainly want to regroup and bring back their reign of terror. But I'm very, very grateful.
You immediately expressed concern for the families of the other people, Americans, who are still held hostage in Syria. What do you want the U.S. to do?
Well, my hope would be that we can use that same American expertise and intelligence to find innocent Americans who've been taken hostage and bring them home. It's difficult. Many of these nations and terrorist groups want to use our citizens as political pawns and leverage. But I'm so hopeful that we can now find them and bring them home.
And Diane, for your family personally, you've waited for this for a long time. I mean, ever since James was abducted in 2012 and then killed in 2014. And does this give your family some measure of justice or closure?
Well, certainly it does. I agree with the president that it protects our world. This man was out to kill many, many more Westerners, for sure. However, I think it's very important that the ISIS fighters who are in custody be brought to trial, particularly Cody and al-Sheikh, the British jihadists, the Beatles, as they were called, who tortured and killed the 4 Americans, and many, many others. I hope that they can be brought to the United States for a fair and transparent trial. And I feel the same way about the thousands in prison camps in northern Syria. They need to be also brought to trial so that their crimes can be fully exposed.
And I know that you were quite worried, sorry to interrupt, about the notion that ISIS prisoners had escaped during the tumult of the past couple of weeks when U.S. forces were pulling out of northern Syria. I know that you were very concerned that ISIS prisoners had gotten out. And so what do you think is happening now in terms of that? And also, what has the State Department told you about why some of these people responsible in ISIS for the deaths of Americans haven't been brought to justice here in the U.S.?
Well, a lot of the reason is because one of the alleged perpetrators, al-Sheikh's mother, has filed suit in the United Kingdom. She has been fighting extradition to the United States. She prefers her son to be tried in the United Kingdom because all of the evidence against her son cannot be used there. So she has held up their being brought to the United States in a big way, all the way to the Supreme Court in the United Kingdom. But hopefully that is coming to an end, and we can see justice and have those men held accountable for the horrific crimes they imposed on so many. Well, including Diane, our son.
Of course. And Diane Foley, thank you very much for sharing how you're feeling today and for being such a voice of justice for all of the people who have suffered.